Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Are you ready? Let's go.
What's up, podcast family? Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, episode 437. I'm Phil Graham. Today, I'm going to be sharing why some Facebook and Instagram ads can work extremely well even without a call to action. In fact, sometimes no call to action can end up selling better than an ad that actually has a sales call to action. So we've all heard it. Every ad needs a clear call to action. You should always have that on every ad. But what if I told you guys that some of the most effective Facebook and Instagram ads I've seen lately did not always have a call to action in it at all? In today's episode, I want to talk about why you guys should consider running ads without a call to action alongside of your regular ads, because it could potentially be a very powerful thing. So I'm super glad you guys are here. It is September 23rd. I think it's the first day of fall. And if it is, happy fall to you. It's a great time of year. Football is back. The weather starts cooling off. The holidays are not that far away. And it's also a great time to be running ads, planting seeds for that very important and valuable holiday season. So I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I know I am. And before we jump in with the content, I just wanted to mention, if you guys are looking for any help with your ads, whether that's one-on-one coaching or maybe you want somebody to just do it all for you so you don't have to mess with it, for either one of those things, just go to my website, philgrahamdigital.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital, and let's connect. So let's talk about why you should consider testing and running a few ads without a call to action at all. So it's true, most of our ads do have a call to action. That's normal. That's what happens with most advertisers. Click here, learn more, shop now, book a call. That's very common because number one, that's what people have been taught for many years. And number two, when you're spending money, it's human nature to try and get a return on that money as fast as possible. However, you might be surprised to learn that sometimes doing that, where you're always just going for a sale, actually might make it even slower to have a return on your ads. Sometimes not asking for a sale actually brings more sales than asking for a sale. And that's why it's so important to test. Most of our ads actually do have a call to action. So I'm not saying not to do that. What I am saying is, in addition to doing that, you should also be testing some ads without, and then following the data, because sometimes some of those ads without a call to action can sometimes take off and be really powerful. One thing I want you guys to think about is sometimes your entire ad itself could essentially be a call to action in disguise. So you might be giving a lot of value. You might be teaching somebody something. You might be making them laugh. You might have some curiosity in there, or you might be inspiring them. And in all of those cases, that could potentially be more powerful than going straight for a sale. So I want you to think about that as we go on. So let's talk about why some ads without a call to action can sometimes work even better than ads that do have it. And then I'll talk about some of the best times to test it. All right, number one, why do some ads work great without one? Well, I think one of the most important things is that they can quickly help you build credibility because you're giving value in the ad. It has to be a good ad. It has to help people in some way. Whether you're educating, giving value, inspiring, whatever the case may be, you're doing something good in the ad. And think about the ads that you've seen all the time. 99.9% of them are probably selling you something pretty directly. So when you do something that is the opposite of the 99.9%, that can generate and create some credibility that others don't always have for you. And that could be a big game changer. Also, when you're doing something opposite of what most people are used to seeing, it can help you stand out. And that's a big game changer. So those are some good reasons why an ad that isn't going straight for a sale can sometimes help get you noticed more and actually work better in some situations. Another one is that they can feel more native and look and feel less like an ad. In fact, sometimes an ad that you run can look and feel like a regular post on Facebook or Instagram. There are some people, when they see that it's an ad, will immediately just keep going and not look at it. But if it looks like a post, if it looks like just a normal person posting something, even if it is an ad, that can get their attention because it looks native. It can also boost your engagement. They can share it, people can save it. And again, sometimes that can create more results than if you were asking for a sale in the first place. So just remember this. Sometimes if it doesn't look like an ad, it might perform better than anything that screams ad or screams click now or buy now. And again, I want to be very clear. I'm not saying to run all your ads like this. Most of our ads do have a call to action. Remember that. But what I am saying is to try both. That's the beauty of this. You can test both even at the same time, and then you can follow the data. If something's working, scale it. If it's not working, figure out why, adapt, change it, and then look at the data and you rinse and repeat. It doesn't have to be either or, it can be both. And then you make smart decisions based off of what happens. You've got to have good ads, though, that can't just be plain boring ads or self-serving ads. You've got to really help people one way or another in these ads. And you can do that no matter what, whether you are a product business, a service business, a local business, a digital business. There's always a way to give value. So let's talk about when you can maybe break the always have a call to action rule. There's a lot of different times and situations where that could be really beneficial for testing. Let's talk about a couple of my favorite ones. Number one, let's say you're focusing on cold traffic and they don't really know a lot about you. Maybe they've never heard of you or your brand. That can be a great opportunity to try an ad that just is pure value, that has no clear call to action, because that might get their attention way more than if it looked like an ad. And that's something that could be a game changer. Now, obviously, we run plenty of sales-focused ads to cold traffic as well. Don't get me wrong, we do that too. But this is a great opportunity. Test one. Test one great value ad with no call to action to cold traffic and see how that affects your numbers. And some of you will be really surprised what you see. Another great time for an ad like this could be as part of your retargeting. Now, clearly, most of our retargeting ads are also going to have a specific offer, but every once in a while, I'll send a retargeting ad, and I know that they've already seen our product or service. They know what we're offering. And so what I can do is I can send an ad of just pure value. And I don't have to worry about if they know about the offer because they've done something to know about the offer, or else they wouldn't be in the retargeting audience to begin with. So yes, of course, we still have our normal retargeting where maybe somebody abandoned their cart and we try and get them to check out. We might even give an extra discount for that. We have lots of different retargeting ads that are specific with a call to action. But again, if you sometimes throw in some of these other ads that don't have a call to action, it's going to stand out. And sometimes they sell even better. So that's a great time to test it. And then the other time where I really like testing these is when you've got a bunch of different creatives, whether it's images or videos or both. And you're really looking for a creative that is essentially scroll stopping. You're like testing to see what gets people's attention. Well, anytime you have an ad that doesn't look like an ad, then that creative can really shine or not, right? You'll get a good, clear indication of what works good and what doesn't. And so sometimes we'll have an ad with no call to action at all. We'll test like 5 different videos or images, and then we'll get a good feel for which ones are getting people's attention more than others. And then guess what? We can also test those in other campaigns that do have a clear call to action. So those are 3 great times that you can kind of break that rule of always having a call to action and do it a little bit different. But again, the key here is this. Don't do one or the other. Do both. Test both. Most of your ads should typically have a call to action, but have a couple ads here and there every once in a while that don't, and then look at your numbers and see how that affects things. For some of you guys, those will end up potentially being your best ads that sell better. And if it's not, then keep doing the other style of ads or keep trying to make better ads without a call to action and keep reviewing the numbers, adapting, and then rinse and repeat. And as always, just a reminder, it's always important to point out that every business is unique. Results can vary. There's no guaranteed outcomes. So always keep that in mind. So my friends, I hope that was helpful. Episode 437 is in the books. Happy fall. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you want to get in touch, philgrahamdigital.com is the website, at philgrahamdigital on Instagram. And I will talk to you on next week's episode. Have a great week. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about Phil, please visit philgrahamdigital.com/podcast.